Good morning. It's Friday, July the 10th, and this is Wisdom for Your Week. In 20 years of being a pastor, I have preached over 100 funeral services. That's a lot of words said about a lot of people, isn't it? And each time I write a funeral message, I want it to reflect that person's life as much as possible. Fact is, however, no matter what I say about a person, they have pretty much written their own funeral message with their life. What people remember about someone is mostly determined by how that person lived. A simple illustration proves this to be true. How different is your reaction to these two names, Billy Graham, Adolf Hitler? No matter what I say about either one of those two men, their memory is already cemented in your mind, isn't it? Solomon understood this, and he challenged us to live in such a way that when we are gone, we will be remembered in a good way. Proverbs 10, verse 7 says, "The memory of the righteous will be a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot." We all know people who have died, but the way they lived their life is still a blessing to those of us who are still here. The mention of their name brings a smile to our face and warm memories to our hearts. On the other hand, we know of people who talk about a deceased parent, and the mere mention of that name brings back pain and sorrow and heartache because of the way that parent lived. Solomon advises us here to live in such a way that when we are gone, our memory will be a blessing to those we leave behind. The best we can leave behind is not a large inheritance, but a godly life, a godly example to follow, footsteps to walk in. And when we live that righteous life, we leave behind something that will be a blessing to those who come after us. But if we live a foolish life, a life lived only for ourselves, a sinful life, a life that disregards the teaching of the Bible, then the best thing we can hope for is that the memory of our life will just fade away like flowers on a grave. Solomon says here that the name of the wicked won't be a blessing at all. It'll just rot away. I might preach your funeral service someday. I wonder what I'll say. When you are gone, when you're nothing but a memory, will the life you live be a blessing for those that you leave behind or not? Live today the way you want to be remembered someday. And that's wisdom for your week.